season 4. Thank you. So, Black Mirror. I just watched White Christmas. White Christmas actually was my introduction episode that I watched just by accident. So I'm Jay, leader of channel J.TV. It was 3 tales. It was kind of like an anthology. It was had John Hamm was the main character in it, which is great. I love him. He played his casual, cool, slick character that he would that I saw in Mad Men, and it played very well because the character that needed to be played had to be cool and slick and a smooth talker for the storyline, because he was kind of like a coach for dating, and he kind of would talk people through by going through POV, through some implants, through social media hardware, I guess you would say, or everyday. I guess it would be technically putting your smartphone in your head and your eyes. It was about making copies, because in 2 occasions they took out a copy of the person's head, and it was able to be digitally put into like a little pod that was virtual world, and some people would take that thing out to make a personal assistant and have a copy to help them out with life and all that stuff. And it's usually quite a traumatizing thing, because they think they are the person, but they're just a copy of the real person. And eventually they have to get broken in and, you know, kind of trained in what to do and what their aspect of life is, or what their virtual copy life is. Yes, is that what that is? But eventually there was 3 stories about going through it, and even talked about getting blocked, and blocking, wow, had such a social ramification. If you get blocked in this episode with the social media hardware in your eyes, you're like, when you go out in the world, like, you'll see the person who's blocked. It'll be like this little digital ghost thing that's inaudible, and just like, and it would sound like that, and you would just see, kind of like how I used to have the clip breaks. They would be made of that static. Yeah, remember those? Bet you don't. You should go back and watch old episodes. Woo! It eventually ended where he had to convince a copy of a criminal who committed a murder, and he eventually did do that, except the horrible thing that happened to the copy of the murderer who did some murdering was that you could time tweak these virtual worlds that they live in. So they put him like 1,000 years a minute in real time, but that poor little bastard, every minute passes, 1,000 years pass for him. So he was going virtually insane, especially with the same old music just playing over and over and over. And John Hamm's character did get him to confess the copy about the murder, and because John Hamm helped with a point of view dating assistant thing where the guy kind of got killed and he didn't report the murder, he was kind of off the hook of any real sentencing, but he got flagged for being a pervert for offering that service. So he got blocked by everybody in the population. But he didn't just come up as one of those great ghosts that was like, he came up as a red one. So he was flagged as like super pervert. Yeah. Anyways, that was a great episode. I'm really glad I did watch it again, because there's a whole bunch I didn't catch on. Especially about the copy, and I don't know how I missed that the first time around, but this is definitely getting a high 5. This definitely was one of my favorite stories. It was one of the Christmas episodes of this. And for season 2, for what's available on Netflix Canada, that was the season finale. So I guess we have season 3, which looks like it has a bunch of episodes, so it looks like it might be a full thing. I believe season 3 is a Netflix original, because that's what it says up there. So it's going to be interesting to see where this goes, because now it's officially a web series, because it was a TV series before, and I don't like reviewing TV series, not unless it's Miami Vice. But now Black Mirror is officially a web series, and that's what I like to review. Old movies, new movies, maybe Miami Vice. It would be a grand show, all of it. Somebody wants me to do Tales from the Crypt. I really do want to stay away from these things, but really do got to get back to our VHS core because I've been reviewing a lot of web series. Yeah, season finale, White Christmas of Black Mirror gets a high five. Gets a high 5.5 because it was that awesome. Hey, did you know you can actually watch other videos of mine? You know, there's right here and there. You can also subscribe too. Oh, click like. Yay! Click like, yay!